to the strangeness. Here we are. I logged out, briefly logged out my Herald by climbing into the memory foam mattress of my Drake Herald. I went to sleep. Unbeknownst to me, while I slept, the world outside me had changed into a strange and wonderful thing. Here I am. This is where I awoke, in this nether region. Above me, Crusader. Below me, only blackness. The red stain of Pyro. The rings of Yela. And above me, some strange half-eaten landscape, as if God himself was on a diet. What can this mean? What can it mean as we accelerate forwards? The stones above us are moving, accelerating ever faster. Can we crash? Below us is space, and above us is sky. What kind of a place is that to raise a child? So, what happens here then? Now, this is a direct consequence of landing at ArcCorp on Yela in a Herald and logging out in my bed, logging back into the same server. I now seem to be flying around inside Yela. That's what I can only describe as the rocks above me must be the rocks that are scattered around. So can I now... I've just hit the ground from underneath. Is that what I've done? So if I go like this, am I now the right way round? Like what happens now? Do I have to keep my nose up to avoid myself crashing into the underside of the Earth? Meanwhile, inside the planet actually looks like space itself. So where am I now? Am I flying away from the inside of the ground? So I'm heading now to the inside of Yela. I don't really want to do that. What I want to do is I want to come down like this. Maybe I can fool this by just heading into the sky of Yela. I can actually end up flying away from the ground, which is actually the space. Okay, here comes the ground now. So what I should do is fly through the ground to end up on the other side of the rocks, which will then put me in what happened there? I've passed through something and now I'm on the other side. Hallelujah. Look at that. Let's kill the engines. I've actually managed to do it. I've actually managed to escape through the side of the planet itself. No, I wasn't aware that these icy wastes existed. I've actually managed to do it. I was trapped inside the planet. I flew through the ground from underneath, which actually looked like the space above me, and now I'm in the space above me with the ground that I've just flown through directly beneath me. It's a wonderful world. Yes, I've designed it like that. Yes, I know, Chris. You're a very clever man. I know, yes, I've designed it like that. It was deliberate. Yeah, me and Sandy sat down one night and I don't know if the pasties were off that we'd eaten, but we suddenly started to see this vision of being inside the ground while being above the sky simultaneously, which meant that as you pass through the boundary between this world that we know inside of matter, which would be inside the planet of Yela, we pass out into the bluescape, which is actually the skyscape which forms a dome above it. And I don't know if you know this, but if you pass through the ground going upwards from beneath, then you come out into the same area that we were in originally, which seemed to be the area that you were in, but only inverted when you're on the other side. Wow, it's like an episode of Stranger Things, Chris. It's amazing. Yeah, I know, we're very inspired by that. Very inspired by Stranger Things. Yes, I can see that, Chris. You're very inspired by Stranger Things. We like to think of it as going beneath. Sandy's shaved her head and she's pretending to be psychic, and I'm the fat kid from the arcade. Yeah, sounds good, Chris. Sounds really good. Yeah, no, we like role play. Yeah, sounds wonderful. Now I wonder if I put myself down on this ice floe, if that's going to help me to. Or if I can go back through. Maybe I've just landed in the water. Maybe that's all it was. Maybe this water on the moon now. I don't know why when you log out in bed, I woke up in the cockpit flying along. I mean, that's not something you want to do, is it? You nodded off at the wheel of your Herald. On the M5 at night. Look, there's the shadow of a Herald. Now, I'm assuming this is ice, but it could be water. It seems to be moving. Alright, so I've just basically what I've done is I've crashed into the water. I didn't even know there was water. Should we see if we can do it again? Right, if I go down here, is that water moving or is that ice with steam above it? Oh, we'll soon find out, won't we? Here we go. Let's shift him over slightly. Whoa, look at that. That is interesting. Well, I've not been to this part of the world before, so I'm just going to get out and have a little mooch about. Just for the hell of it. Because I've passed beneath what I thought was above me. It turned out the thing that I was stood on was actually above my head. Which means I'm a sort of geographical contortionist. I can actually stand on my own shoulders. Look at this. Now this is a landscape. Look at this. This is beautiful, isn't it? I'll take my hats off to Ian. Is it Ian Taylor? One of the planetary designers. I'll take my hat off to you, mate. That is something else. And why can't there be more missions here? What a great place for a shootout. That's all you can say when you see a beautiful natural vista like this. Great place for a shootout. What are you? Some sort of barbarian? It's absolutely wonderful, isn't it? Great place for a herald. Let's have a look at the man himself. Here he is, look. Can't do free look anymore in this mode. I don't even know why. Come on, I want to do free look. It's not fair, man. Let's just get into the options here, because this might be something that I haven't turned on. Cinematic cameras, yes, no, yes. Flight P, blah blah blah, G-safe, weapon gimbal, blah blah blah, enabled. Weapon gimbal lock enabled by default. Yes. It's brake, yeah, best base brake uses boost. Well, I don't know. I really don't. I don't know why that is the case. I'm sorry to bore you all with all this now. On foot advanced, but I want to know why free look is disabled. Orbit cam third person. Right, that's why. So where's free look then? Fire mode, weapon change, fire mode, B, what's heal? Heal is X now, and, alright, camera view mode is now 3. Okay, fair enough. Reload. Reload. How do I put my weapon down? Well, I'm learning all sorts of things about the game that I've been playing for over a year. That's amazing. So heal is now X. And camera view is now F3. Well, who knew? Let's give it a try, shall we? Well, it seems to be F4 actually. Doesn't seem to do anything. F3. Oh, Satan's trousers. Why? Why can't you just give us what we want? Any time. Flight advanced, no. Foot advanced. Camera view mode, F3. Advanced cam. Where's the modifier for that then? AC advanced cam mode active. AC advanced cam mode active. What does that even mean? Oh, it just gets on my wick, man. What's AC? AC, 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 AC. What is AC? Please somebody put me out of my misery. Tell me what's going on with these controls. F3 doesn't do anything. Z doesn't do anything. Alt doesn't do anything. Right, god damn it. Okay, I'm just going to fix this very quickly now. Flight advanced, keyboard, mouse. I want foot, on foot, advanced. I want to go to advanced control customization, on foot. Oh, where's that going to be? Next weapon. Holster weapon is now C. Okay, fair enough. Heal. Third person free view. Z. Yeah, it's Z. Only it isn't Z, is it? Z. Right, I've bound it now. Free look toggle. Yes, I want that. Yes, that's what I want. There it is. Got it. It's toggled instead of being held. There he is, look. There's the man himself. If only we'd realised how stupid we were, we wouldn't need it to bother showing up. Good stuff, mate. Right, well, I never knew that. I never knew that. It's amazing what you discover when you're an idiot. Look at this guy. He's so inquisitive, isn't he? Look at him. Yes, yes, yes. I love my Herald. Yes, I do. Look at him. He's more inquisitive than me. Look at him. He's going to have a little crouch down and have a look around. Look at him twisting his head, trying to get a view of things. Alright then. And then suddenly he becomes angry. Oh, yes. And then puts his weapon away. Very good. Alright, so we're back on track then. Everything good. We thought we'd come up through the ground into another universe, and in a way we have. Beautiful blue vistas all around us. I do like this landscape. I think it's fantastic. Look at that. Ice. Ice, baby. Wonderful stuff. Right, let's see if we can get somewhere and buy something, because last time I took my freelancer to Art Court. I was completely bereft of any ability to buy anything or do anything that could help me recoup my pecuniary remunerations. In we hop. Up we go.
Hello and welcome aboard your Drake interplanetary craft. Shield system online.
Good. the nearest? That's going to be too far away. What I want to know is there something sort of on the horizon? There she is. Alright, that's perfect. Let's just head there. Let's take a nice... Let's not be too low down. Let's give it about 400. And off we go. I reckon we'll get there in good order. Now, if anybody's interested, there's another game that I've been playing quite a bit of, which I'm really enjoying, and that is called Stationeers. It's quite hardcore, quite heavy. The graphics aren't anything like this game, but that doesn't bother me. I've never been a fan of realism in games. I mean, I'm a fan of it. Obviously, it's nice to have something that's cinematic, and I know that seems to be Chris Roberts' Sandy Gardener, his aesthetic. But basically, I'm a fan of something that just looks good, and I think Stationeers, although the landscaping, the more organic forms are quite sort of angular and they look a bit clunky and ill-drawn, let's say, the rest of the stuff, the mechanic stuff, the way that it's rendered, the way that the stuff is styled, I think it's a really lovely looking game, and it's super involved. You can do electronics, you can do computing, you can set up systems, and manufacturing and survival, and it's going to be a really in-depth game, something to really get into. So I've been playing it a little bit, not too much. I probably won't stream it for a while because I'm still learning it, and there's nothing worse than watching somebody imagine that, watching somebody who doesn't know what they're doing playing a game. How ridiculously boring that would be. Oh my god. But anyway, people, the point is this: I vote for Stationeers. It's still my bone of contention with this game is that what we've got here is the price of the cinematic vision. Like, the clunkiness of the game is only due to the amount of kind of graphical verisimilitude that we're trying to achieve here. And it becomes almost something in its own way, if you like. It becomes something that's stopping it from becoming the game that it could become. If that makes any sense. Now, I'm just going to pull up here because... Yes, that's what I'm going to do. I might actually run into somebody. That'd be interesting, wouldn't it? Now, I've changed my targeting now.
Missile locked.
What the hell? Shall we do it? I can't do it. It's just nice to see somebody else in the game for a change. Now, do I have weapons live at this point? That's what I want to know. I've managed to get my targeting back on, which is quite good. Do is just drop her down slightly. See if there's someone. See if there's anybody about. What I need to do though is obviously put my landing. Put my landing gear. Let's just do a little bit of an F to stop myself from crawling around too much. Come on, where's the controls that I want now? It just gets my wick when that doesn't work. Let's get out of here. Which will be on the far side, luckily. Let's just see where we are now. We've parked ourselves right by that. Anybody about? Right, we're in a weapons free zone here, so there's nothing we can do anyway. We might as well go and be friendly. What is the story with this bozo then? And is there any cargo to be had? That's what I want to know. There's not a lot of chance of getting in the back here, is there? I'm a bit confused by this now. Is that completely banged up? Is that what that is? No. The door is inaccessible. I wonder if I opened it, it would flip it forward. Can't get in. Well, I guess it's just a mistake. Should watch out for the engine, son. Okay, 18 frames. There's obviously somebody here. But whether that's something that we can take advantage of or not, I don't know. Let's take a look at the man himself, crouching down. Alright, there we are then. Let's get around the right side, shall we? Looks like we're going to see the sunset in a minute. I wish they had clocks in this game, that would be good, wouldn't it? Like clocks that you could adjust, you know, the Yela time, Daymar time. And when you actually land on a planet, it gives you the time in that time zone. That would be really cool. Could be quite confusing though, for all concerned. Well, I do love this game. There's not a lot going on. I mean, I'm not able to do any missions really. I haven't been able to complete anything or do anything. What I might try and do is go and buy something. I don't think I'll be able to do that unless I'm officially landed on the pad, but we'll see. Let's head in here and see if we can purchase anything in the Herald. Last time I was here, it would only let me buy something in the Freelancer, which isn't here. So, can I buy something with the ship that I have here? No, you can only buy things and put them in ships that aren't here. Well, how does that work? Well, it's just a policy that we have. So our new policy is that, you know, you can only put things in things that aren't present. So the ship is required to be absent for you to put something inside it. And ships that are present are absolutely forbidden to have anything in them. Oh, I see. Oh, that's nice and clear. It's rather like me. I've just flown in from under the ground to realise that I can't put anything in a ship that's present. I can only put something in a ship that's completely absent. Yes, that's right. That's because you've flown in from under the ground. If you'd come from above the ground and landed on it like a normal human being, then there wouldn't be this problem. But as you've come from beneath the earth, where you thought the sky below you was actually above you, you've realised that the only thing you can do is put something in a ship that is no longer present at this location. Thanks for coming. Oh, that's alright. Oh, I just come here for the airlock noise. Okay. Let's try in this one then. Can I buy something here? Or is this just a lonely miner's drinking hole? What do you reckon? Come on, let me in. Plop. Is there a geezer in here that's going to sell me something? Or is this just another little... Come on, I need to use the toilet. Oh, hello. Can I pick that up? That looks very realistic, doesn't it? I've got one like that in my basement. Long haul, quarterly. Very cool. Well, they certainly do very good luggage in the future. It's nice. Alright, well there's nothing for me in here except to leave. And very nice it's been too. Doing these little mini streams every now and again to give you a little peek at the game. Those of you who can't peek at the game. Most people can peek at the game and there's just loads of streamers streaming things for each other that they've already seen. But you know, I think this is a nice vista. It's a stranded cutlass being looked upon by a nonchalant, grounded herald. Harold the Herald has never failed me yet. It is one of the best ships in the game, I think. The only thing is the dogfighting is a murder in it because it's got no pokey, it's got no punch, but hey, c'est la vie. Alright ladies and germs, what I'll do is I'll log out again in the bed as I did before, and we'll see what happens. Let's get up the back here, hop into bed and dream dreams of being beneath the earth, flying downwards into the middle of a planet and actually realising the space above you is actually the ground beneath your feet. Wish you all a very lovely good night.